the backyard here, and this was all a great big lawn just a couple of years ago. We put in the tiny house. We built it for an intern to be able to live in it, although it ended up costing us a little bit more money than we'd planned, but that's the way that goes. We're still in the process of finishing the pond. It has a little bit of fish in it that creates a fish fertilizer for the gardens. We scoop the water out and then we use it to mix with the comfrey tea and use that as fertilizer. Right here is some clary sage. It is a really nice sage to make essential oils. We're just starting now making our own essential oils. We also have some angelica over here. It's one of the herbs that we use for women's issues. And we have a plum tree. Over here we've got kiwis. We have a couple of the yucca culture beds over here. Wood and rotted logs, and it helps break down the soil in the same way that a forest floor breaks down. You kind of have the similar kind of nutrient mix, and it also, rotted wood holds water. So they're a little bit self-fertilizing beds to a certain extent. We've got the bees over here. We've got two hives. We've got a Kenyan and a Warre hive, and they're both top bar hives. We make a lot of honey products, a little bit of vegetables that are growing right outside. Lots of lemon balm. Lemon balm kind of takes over, which we use a lot of lemon balm, so that's fine with us. So the gray water system goes into a pit with rocks, and then those logs that are there are seeded with mushrooms. Reishi, we've got some blue oyster, some different kinds of mushrooms. The vegetable garden is over here. You can't really see it, but it's kind of a spiral pattern. And then over here is a Three Sisters garden, which is a Native American tradition of corn, beans, and squash. So the squash shades it, the beans go up the corn stalk, so they all three kind of cohabitate well together. This is some Asian pears. Compost bin. It's one of the turning ones, so we have lots of compost around here. The other thing that we usually have over by the compost, a little worm farm. This is a chicken arbor, so it's both a chicken run and a grape arbor. So the grapes kind of fall in here and feed the chickens. And then the chickens also eat the grape leaves. So this was just a front lawn. We pulled up the grass. Peace sign, so that's parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Over here we've got some spearmint and some marshmallow that we use for our cough syrup. This big plant with the seeds, this is elecampane, and the roots are used for respiratory problems. Over here is yarrow. Yarrow is a really great herb. It's good for lots of medicinal stuff. It's good for colds. It's good for cuts. It's good for wounds. It also helps boost the essential oils of other plants that it's grown with. So it's a really good companion plant. Mojito mint, which is a variety of mint that they had in Cuba. We didn't have it in this country for a really long time because there was the embargo. And I heard that a botanist pulled a sprig of mint from her drink in the airport and smuggled it on the plane, and that's how we have our mojito mint here. That mugwort there's a bunch of skullcap. We use that for our sleep well, which is the tincture. We use it for both pain and sleep disorders. We have blueberries and strawberries in here, more calendula, feverfew. We've got some arnica growing. More marshmallow. We just planted some red root, which is one of the things for toothaches and throat stuff. It was my first little herb garden. And I have some curry, some sage, some motherwort, some horehound, some rue. Over here is the shade garden. It doesn't get much sun, so I put shade-loving herbs. Coltsfoot and Epididium. The Epididium we use for men's issues, and the coltsfoot for coughs. Over here we have the Gruit garden. Herbs that are used for bittering agents for beer besides hops. It used to be that people used different herbs that had different properties in beer because people drank beer every day. It was part of their nutrition and the water was bad. This here is some plantain right in front of me here that for the salves that are good for cuts and wounds. It's growing right next to the yarrow. The combination of plantain and yarrow is a great combination for lots of stuff. It can be used for hemorrhoids, it can be used for wounds. The internship program is open to anyone. There's applications here on our website. We take people every 3 months. We start a new group, and we also do tours by appointment, so people are welcome to come by and see what we're doing and what we're making.